Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Gamer Z here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch and some of the games that I think are interesting for this console. So to start off with here, we got Blazing Chrome. I saw this game recently on a YouTube video, and it's like I'm liking what I'm seeing. Reminds me a lot of Contra 3 The Alien Wars for Super Nintendo, which I used to play a lot back in the day. And did a little research on this. I'm going to talk about like the prices, the current prices on these games on Amazon. But so Blazing Chrome is like 119, which is way more than a normal like new game should be. But I guess that's because it was released through Limited Run, which is a company that does like limited physical releases for certain games. Initially, I was thinking, oh, maybe check it out on the PS4, but there's a lot more games for the Switch that I'm interested in playing, so I basically am thinking about it on the Switch. But yeah, the gameplay footage that I've seen for this looks really cool. The graphics are definitely like 16-bit. It's expensive, but it's like it's a new game that looks cool to me that I'd want to play. So like it totally piques my interest. So that's game number one. Up next we got Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Um, that's selling for like $59.99 on Amazon, which is like that's the normal price I feel like for Switch games. Um, I think this came out pretty recently. I'm not sure exactly when it came out, but I think it's pretty new. Gameplay footage that I've seen on this looks really cool. This is probably like the coolest looking Mario game that I've seen on the Switch as far as the gameplay footage that I've seen. Um, it looks playable. Like I would play this. Absolutely. I don't really have much more to say about that game, so on to the next one. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Um, so I've been playing Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii lately, which I do like that game, and it was fun while it lasted. I got to like the end of World 5. I got stuck on a super hard level, so I gave up on that. But the gameplay footage that I've seen for this, it looks very similar to what I'm playing there on the Wii. So, and I was on a Donkey Kong kick a while ago, so you know, I want to play more Donkey Kong games, and like, I don't think there really is anymore unless I were to get a Switch. So, but this looks cool. I think it was selling for like $55 on Amazon, which isn't bad. Okay, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This came out in 2022, and it looked cool initially when I saw it. I'm like, yeah, I'd totally play that. Nowadays, I think the price came down a little bit to like $51.99 is what I was seeing. But I like Kirby. He's a cool character. I actually just started playing Kirby's Epic Yarn on the Wii, so I'd like to play this. Um, that's the thing with the Switch. Like all these like first-party Nintendo games, it's like there's no other way to play them other than the Switch. So it's like it makes it interesting to me, like thinking about maybe getting one, at some point. All right, so that's that. Up next, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, this was a very hyped game, super popular. Everybody was into this back in the spring. I was even thinking about making a YouTube video about this, but I never did. Instead, what I ended up doing is I ended up playing Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess because I don't have a Switch, and I didn't have a Switch back then either. So, but the graphics on this I wasn't crazy about. It's just so many people were saying how good of a game it was. It's like I would try playing it if I had a Switch. Um, 59.99 normal price. I think it's a long game. There's a lot to do, and it's nothing that I would play like right now or anything. But at some point, it might be cool, just because it's such a highly regarded game. Okay, so the Switch console, the OLED model, which is the newest model, I believe, that came out in 2021. Um, I think that's going for like $349.99 on Amazon, which is expensive for sure. Especially for me and where I'm at with video games. It's like, I play the Wii, I play the Xbox 360. Like the stuff I have, I got good deals on and everything. It was pretty cheap, so like to get a new console obviously is it's a financial commitment, so to speak, but you know, the way I look at it is, eventually I'm going to run out of ideas for games to play. And it's like if I want to stay into gaming moving forward, I feel like the Switch is probably my best bet because there's more games on this than any other system that I'm interested in playing. It doesn't really make sense for me to get a PS4 because it's like, I'll get Blazing Chrome on PS4. PS4 is a little bit cheaper. Blazing Chrome is a little bit cheaper on PS4. But then it's like, what else do I want to play on the PS4? And the answer to that is nothing. There's nothing else that I want to play on that system. I had an Xbox One from 2015 to 2017. And the games that were coming out, I didn't like, so I gave up on modern gaming back in 2017. And I've just been waiting for something to get me back into it. I mean, now granted, I still have stuff to play for my retro consoles, but it seems like as more time's going on, the ideas are getting fewer and more far between for ideas of things to play. And it would be cool to get back into the modern scene, to take part in these games that are coming out. I mean, it was cool to kind of follow all the hype with the new Zelda game. And I mean, it seems like Nintendo is still cranking out Mario games, Donkey Kong games, Kirby games. I mean, Blazing Chrome, that's just kind of like I don't know really where that came from, but that's just cool. I wish it wasn't so expensive, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at with like my feelings about the Switch. It's like, yeah, it's expensive, but you know, if I'm running out of options for things to play, it's like I feel like this is probably the way to go. The other thing I wanted to mention too, real quick, is like I didn't check used prices on any of this stuff, so I'm sure, if I wanted to get the original Switch model used and all these games used, it would be way less. I just kind of looked at the new prices quick yesterday and made notes of them. But anyways, so that's that. And then we got a couple other quick things. This is the Zelda Switch, Tears of the Kingdom model that came out, which was cool. I think that's still going for like 359. I mean, initially back when Zelda was coming out, I'm like, oh yeah, if I get a Switch, I should get this one. But at this point, I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably just get the normal one. Although this one is cool, you know. But I don't know. I've never even played it. Yeah, I've never played a Switch. I don't believe. No, I was just trying to think. So I have no idea how the controls are. I don't know how like the games fit into the console. I have no idea about the online connectivity or what you have to do as far as all that goes. All of those things are still question marks at this stage in the game. But I'm still interested in it though, man. I saw this too, which is kind of cool, like this Pro controller. If like you don't want to use the Joy Cons, you can use this. It's like $69.99. This nice like Pro controller, so you can actually use like a controller with it. But I just thought that'd be cool to throw in there. But yeah, the Nintendo Switch, man, came out back in 2017. I remember when like Zelda Breath of the Wild was coming out and all this stuff, and it's like at that point it's like I was getting out of modern gaming, but it's like that was like 6 years ago. I feel like my retro options are dwindling, and it's like there's cool looking games for this, man, that would be fun to play and just participate in the modern gaming scene once again. It would be cool. So yeah, I just wanted to make this video, talking about my thoughts about the Switch, all these games that I thought looked cool. If you want to leave me a comment, let me know. Do you have the Switch? Have you ever played it? Have you ever played any of these games that I talked about in this video? Leave me a comment. I'd be happy to respond. And thanks for watching. Take it easy.